Welcome back, team. It's day 5 of 5 here live at the Barnes Theatre with myself, David from CrossFit Cirencester, aka Coach Disco.
And I'm Anna. And again, thank you for coming back. And it is the last day, so that does mean we will be retesting.
Retesting those handstand
Yes,
holds.
we will.
So today's structure, we're going to go through and give you a little bit of a warm-up. We'll then go through some accessory exercises and make sure we're super warm, ready for the workout. We have a skill today. We're going to introduce a bit of marching. So we're going to teach you how to start the progressions for a handstand walk.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's building on these foundations that you've learned over the last 4 days and increasing. We're also going to give them some freestanding skills, aren't we?
Yeah.
So we're going to start taking a leg away. So you're starting to control yourself a little bit better. And hopefully becoming a bit more confident in a freestanding handstand or against the wall.
And of course it's the Metcon, the metabolic condition, the bit where we get hot and sweaty, the bit that people love. We've got our retest, so again it's that accumulation of 2 minutes in the handstand. So trying to get as fewer reps or fewer partitions of that time as you possibly can. We're going to 2 little AMRAPs. Absolutely. So we've got one that's a 4-minute one and one that's a 3-minute one actually.
3 minutes, and we get a minute rest in between.
The middle. Okay, just in case we need to refresh your memory on some of the exercises. Right, our quote of the day: if you can't find the sunshine, be the sunshine.
Right.
Happy clappy stuff.
Should we
Right,
get warm?
athletes, taking hold of your own hands. Speaking of happy clappy. Wrist circles to begin. So it's 10 wrist circles. Remember again, we're working a bit more time upside down today, so we'll make sure these are nice and warm.
Yeah, absolutely.
And into the elbows. So it's elbow circles. We do 10 one way. Then we'll change direction for 10 in the other direction. So hopefully your bodies are feeling pretty good.
Yeah, not too
session
sore.
for the kettlebells. Shoulder circles. Whoops, sorry. So brushing past those ears. And we'll change direction. And we're going to shoulder tap. This is reaching down your back. Make sure you get that long range of motion. We're going going to be upside down in a moment, so make sure this is all safe.
Absolutely.
Hands out to side for your Shakiras. Squeeze my abs tight, keep my rib cage down. Then opposite shoulder, lateral taps.
It is easy, isn't it, to get quite tight in your upper traps if you're doing handstands a lot. So we don't recommend that you practice them every day because it would be just a little bit too much.
Yeah, again, being upside down is quite hard work.
It is.
There's all sorts of different gravitational effects of being upside down. Again, most of us aren't used to being upside down. Even like I said earlier in the week, even breathing is quite hard when you're upside down.
That's why we need to work on all of those skills that help us get there, not just being upside down.
So the hugs. Do a torso rotation, ready to go. It's a small win for me, no tortoise again today. Hip circles, that invisible hula hoop.
And again, with the handstand, it is not your shoulders doing all of the work at all, is it? You're putting quite a lot of pressure through your back as well. So it's quite important to do all these kind of things, isn't it?
Yeah. That's why it's super important for you guys to make sure you utilise that hollow hold. Otherwise, everything's hinging on your vertebrae, which is obviously not ideal. Now the ankles. So Anna's doing the advanced version. Bit of space on the floor, some iron crosses.
Yeah, do you want me to do them?
If you do the iron cross, I'll do the scorpion.
Okay.
So hands laid on her back, hands outstretched, right foot across the right hand, so left foot hand, yep. Right foot, left hand, right. Yes, you'll get it. Opposites.
Okay, I'll let you come up.
So I'm going to do the scorpion. I'm lying my front.
So again, it's just a really, really good one for releasing that back and making sure the back is really mobilised before we start going upside down. It is something that gets quite stiff in a lot of people. So these two exercises are really, really good.
Whilst down here with a bit of work on our wrists. So fingers on the keys on the piano. 10 reps. Then we'll go knuckles. The back of the hands on the floor, back up to knuckles. Fingers point towards knees, and we sway to the right and the left. You can load up the wrists as much as you need. Feel that stretch in your forearms, front to back. And reps. Good stuff. Monkey pose. So foot out in front. So knee slides forwards, hands go up. Come back. So we've got a little bit of squatting later on, haven't we, with our Bulgarians?
Yeah, got some thrusters as well.
Yeah, thrusters. Who could forget the thrusters?
You definitely need to warm up the legs.
Switch sides. Same thing on the sides. And even kicking up to the handstand. It's quite a ballistic exercise.
Yes.
So we want to make sure that everything's nice and warm. You're not going to damage yourself just kicking up if you guys start using the wall. Of course, we haven't actually got a wall to kick up against, so we'll be kicking up against each other.
Yes, you will.
I'm going to hold my shoes, pull my bottom down, and lift my bottom up. So this is where you start noticing if you've improved your mobility over the last 3 weeks. So we said before, we're big fans of an app called Go WOD Mobility First. So again, we try and encourage all of our members to use that on a daily basis. It gives you a bespoke warm-up, cool-down,
yes,
and daily stretching sessions. So if you look online for that, Go WOD Mobility First. They've got some great stuff for you guys.
Right, let's keep moving.
So we're going to our extended warm-up. So we've got five press-ups in various forms. We're starting with a wide position. What's your depth that feels safe for you?
David's going to do the full version. I'm going to do it on the knees, so you can choose where you think you are. If you're not sure, come with me.
So we had Murph earlier in the week, which requires us to do 200 push-ups in a weights vest.
So now we're going to a conventional push-up position. Now we've gone wide, so let's go to normal.
This is where we spent all that time on Monday. Ooh, still sore.
And now we come in narrow. What we have done these before this week, so you should be used to this position. So hands nice and close.
See that narrow like a diamond shape in your hands. And how broad your chest is.
Brilliant work, guys. So now we're going to row. So if you've got water bottles to hand, grab them, or if you've got dumbbells, grab them. David, if I give you the dumbbells.
Excellent, thank you.
So we're going to do 10 rows.
So it's a nice flat back, keep soft knees, and a pull towards the abdomen.
And then we start again. So back to the wide position.
Get mine on the dumbbells this time.
Into conventional, so normal position, just outside the shoulders. And then we come into narrow diamond shape.
These are going to be hard.
And then 10 rows to finish.
So we talk a lot about muscles being agonists. We're making sure everything is balancing out.
So your arms should definitely feel warm after that one.
Yeah.
Awesome work. Right, advanced skills.
Yes, advanced skills.
Should we bring the box in?
So Anna's going to use the box. Unfortunately, I'm a bit too big for all this stuff because I need a much larger area for doing these exercises. So I'm going to do the talking, Anna's going to do a demonstration for this one.
So we're going to start with our shoulder taps. So this is developing from your normal handstand into maybe coming into a handstand walk. So we have used this version where you're in a front support position and you're tapping your shoulders.
So it's pretty straightforward, really. Anna's doing the same thing, but from an elevated position. She's going to hop on a box.
Yep.
We're looking for arms being out straight, as straight as possible, and tapping the opposite shoulder. So you can hopefully see that Anna's in a pike's position. The closer your hands are to your feet, the harder this exercise becomes. So if I just have a little bit of safe space on the floor, Anna goes through another couple of reps where you have a little practice of yours. So either using your couch, footstool,
step, your bottom step of your stairs. You can even just, like David said, get some books, load them up, just to get your feet off the floor a little bit. Now, before you attempt the one that's elevated, make sure you can safely do the one on your knees and your toes like this before you try that. So that is the progression for those of you that found that quite easy.
Obviously in the middle, you've got the pike push position in the middle, so
yes,
there's something between this one and the one I was demonstrating. Have a little try, see how that goes. We're doing a second set.
Right, gonna get ready for the next one.
So next I'm going to try and get you moving around the floor. So it's all very well we're doing stuff in the static position, but when we start doing handstand walks and things, obviously you're going to start travelling around the ground. So we've tried some walkouts. We're now trying to get you to walk around your box. So Anna's keeping her arms straight. She's keeping her feet in the middle of the box. And she's going to probably go the whole way around, or you're going to go halfway around?
Go half, or no, actually I'll come all the way around.
So Anna's going to go the whole way around the box, and then get out of the way. So I said before, again, it's most important we balance this out. So maybe do a quarter. Do that from your knees if you've got something you can spin around on. You can do it from a pike position on the floor. So there's all sorts of variations of that. So if I do something from the pike, give yourself a little bit of space.
So So what David is saying, if that is a little bit too much for you, this is your starting point. So getting used to transferring your weight as you move around. Now you want to make sure you balance this out, so make sure if you've gone left, then go all the way around right. That will be your challenge, to see if you can complete a full circle each way.
The other way?
Yeah, sure.
So Anna's going to balance herself out the other way around. So again, obviously make sure you choose something that's stable, not going to wobble over, equally not too high. So a low chair will be fine, footstool is probably perfect. Good work, team.
Right, one more to show you. So if you have a wall and you have been practicing your handstands against a wall, the next progression is to take a leg away. So, do you want me to try? Which way are you kicking?
Well, I'll kick this way, but got to make sure on this side so you're not going to... There you go.
So as you can see, I'm only supporting one leg. Now, if you're on the wall, what will happen is this leg will be the one on the wall and you will take the other leg off, just like that, and come down. And then you will switch legs. Once you're comfortable in that position, what you will try and do is take the other leg off the wall and see if you can hold it together for a few seconds. And then again, you can put it back on the wall to regain your balance.
So you're nice and safe. The same thing we've done from a box. We'll show you on a box in a second as well. Again, it's also worthwhile making sure you walk up the wall and try and do it facing the wall, so it's nose to wall as well as back to wall.
So what David means is it's very, very good to work both ways, not just one way when you're working with the wall. So again, if you're not quite there going against the wall, this will be your option. Taking away one leg and trying to balance just one that is supported. So hopefully that gives you a few other things to take away from this week and work on over the coming weeks, because as we've stressed from day one, the handstand takes a lot of time to develop. It will not just come overnight, and we don't recommend that you try this every day because it will be too much.
Yeah, it's something that, again, if you've been doing this since childhood, it's quite a challenge for most people. It's stuff that takes months and months for most people.
Yeah, so hopefully we've given you enough options to be able to progress over the next few weeks. Right, I think it's time for us to get into our workout, get our retest done. So
I think what we'll do is, to begin with, we're going to show you the exercises that are going to come after the retest. I'll quickly rebrief you once we get into that workout as well to keep you flowing through the workout. So the workout's going to work like this. It's going to have 2 minutes for your accumulation of your handstand holds. We then have a 4-minute AMRAP.
Yes.
We get a minute break.
Yes.
Then another 4-minute AMRAP.
No, 3-minute AMRAP.
3 minutes, sorry, 3 minutes, yes. So we'll pop the clock on, ready to go. Then we'll talk you through the workout while you guys get your stuff ready.
So your first movement after we have done our 2 minutes on our handstands will be the penguin. So we have used the penguins before, and you will complete 150 of them. So penguin is where we stay nice and stiff and straight. We jump with a double tap. So it is a variation of a skip. So if you don't have a rope, this is the option we always give you in class. So we are doing 150 penguins. So when you have finished that, you will go into your shoulder taps. So we've done quite a lot of variations of the shoulder tap. Do you want to show a variation of the shoulder tap?
So I think for most of you, you're probably going to use this pike today. Tap from the pike.
And that will be 50 repetitions. So that's quite a lot. We haven't done 50 of those on your own, I don't think yet. So again, if you need to break them up, please do.
And again, as we talked about before, AMRAPs are really good exercises or good measurements of work. So it's not necessarily about who can finish every single round, it's about the quality of those movements. So if you have to scale the movement partway through the workout, you can scale to a front support or even your knees. So there's lots of variations.
Then your last movement will be the Bulgarian split squat, which we haven't done yet. So again, you will need something elevated. It could just be a book, a cushion, the sofa, a step, if you don't have a box. You're going to, yeah, do you want to do it?
Pretty straightforward movement. So Anne's going to lower herself very slowly towards the floor, like a lunge. Knee touches the ground, and then she lifts herself up. So there's lots of refinement on this movement itself. But again, as its basic form, this is the movement. It's
and you're
knee,
doing
kiss
10.
the ground.
So that's 5 on each leg.
Yeah, pretty straightforward. So knee, kiss the ground, stand upright.
And that is your first AMRAP. So once you finish the reps, you just keep going through the movements.
Yeah, so good luck. I think you should finish. Most of you will finish a round if you're moving pretty quickly. Again, don't be frightened if you don't complete a full round. If you get into those split squats and stuck on those, that's no problem at all.
Then you will get 1 minute recovery and we will move into our next AMRAP, which is just 2 movements. We have the thruster. We have used this before. If you have water bottles or cans, that would be brilliant. So it's a full squat into an overhead press in 1 movement. You have 15 of those to complete. Once you have done that, you have 15 flutter kicks. So onto the floor, and we kick. Keeping a nice hollow position, so again, transferring the same movements into the handstand. Keep everything nice and tight, 15, and you'll do that for 3 minutes. So you'll just keep repeating those 2 movements until the time is up.
With those flutter kicks, if you just count your right leg, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's a nice method for keeping count.
Don't worry, we are doing this with you. We will recap everything. I know that is a lot of information that you've just had to take on board, but we will just start with our 2 minutes of accumulating any variation of the handstand hold. And you're trying to beat your time on Monday. So what that means is if you came down 5, 6 times on Monday, try and complete it in less. So only come down 3.
Athletes. So today I've taken the 10-second counter off. So we're going to pretty much go straight up into your handstand holds. You kick up to your handstand, you're going to do it from a box.
Are we going to freestyle like we did last time? If you catch me? Yep.
Okay, athletes. So this is your 10-second warning. So stand by. Make sure you have a space that's not too hot. You've got some, open the windows as it gets too warm. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
Let's go, guys. You should be up already.
So again, break it down into manageable sections. So we're going to probably aim for, what, 30 seconds each maybe, or 45 seconds maybe for you? So the clock is counting down. It's 20 seconds so far, team. So depending on how your shoulders are feeling, determines how long we stay upright. That's 30 seconds so far for Anna. And you guys at home? This is a good effort.
I'll come down.
Fair play if any of you manage to do that for that long.
And then we'll switch over, just so we don't get too out of breath. You're doing really well, guys. Just keep going. We're coming up to 1 minute left. You are doing amazing.
So 50 seconds, 5-0. I want to go straight into our next one. It's the penguin next. So once you've got your breath back, so it's jump and taps. You guys have just 30 seconds to go. Can you hold on to Anna?
I'll come down.
Okay.
Just to reset. Otherwise I won't be able to speak. Keep going, guys. 25 seconds. 15. You coming down?
Oh, can't breathe, eh?
Well, last 10 quick.
4, 3, 2, 1. So you're straight into those penguins.
Got the timer?
Possibly. There we're off.
There we go, here. 150, remember, guys?
So most of you can probably go through the 150 all in one go. I don't think you need to partition these. It's a pretty steady work, isn't it?
I would. It's a long time. You've got 2 back on.
I think you can challenge yourself.
I've lost count. I think that's 30. So what's going to burn the most on this is your calf muscles. So that's going to be dependent on how far you can hold on. So break them up as you need to. How many are you doing, David?
60. It's 90 so far. So we treat these exercises as that's recovery for us. We try and practice this a lot, so it doesn't create too much of a. It's going to be a bit of muscle burn, but it's not going to get too out of breath. It's a chance to get our breath back on the workout.
30 more. So that's 120.
30 to go.
Got 30 left. So your next movement will be the shoulder taps. We have 50 to complete.
So Anna's going from the front support. Again, by elevating your bottom a little bit higher up in that pike, makes it a little bit harder. You can obviously go for an elevated foot position, make it harder again. You can use the wall if you want to use the wall.
It's 20. Just remember to focus really on that abdominal position. When you're in a handstand, that really needs to be strong. So try and keep that nice strong position while you're going through these movements. Don't worry about trying to complete them too fast. It's better to have quality movements. So once you've done 50, we're into 50. Our split squats.
So remember, the knees just kissing the floor. We're not bashing the ground. Keep that chest upright. Same cues we've normally cued for your squats. Just last week.
So it's 5 each leg.
Just over a minute to go, team. 1 minute to go. So we're going to get back into the penguins and see how you guys are going.
Okay.
We're sharing the work.
That's 10. Don't worry. You've got a minute recovery coming before the next one. ,40 seconds. See how far you can get, guys. Just keep going. Rest is coming. You've got 30 seconds. ,20. He's going all the way. 15. 10. 5. And rest. 1 minute to go. You get 1 minute recovery, and then we are going straight in to 15 thrusters, 15 flutter kicks.
So once that clock hits 3, we're into round the second AMRAP.
So should I take the water bottles? I'll do 15 for you.
Yep. So Anna's starting with the water bottle thruster. Double checking the lids are done up nice and tight.
Yeah, didn't want an accident.
So a full squat, standing fully upright, press overhead. Make sure you finish those reps. It's quite easy to do half reps on these. 30 seconds more of rest, team. We're nearly there. So hopefully your heart rate's still reasonably high from those penguins or the split squats, whatever you finished up a moment ago. The thrusters will definitely bring the heart rate up again.
Just 3 minutes of work. Just keep saying that to yourself. You can hold on for 3 minutes.
Do a whole round?
Yeah, sure.
So we're going to alternate a whole round. I go for a whole round. Again, if you are training at home with
ready,
do the same thing.
Let's
go. 3 minutes left in your workout. Then we're going to our cool down. So it's legs and arms. Punch that weight up. Effort comes from the legs itself, legs and your butt. The arms just do very little work on the thruster. It's mostly legs. So as I said, Anna's doing a full round. She's going to go to the full 15 thrusters, followed by 15 flutter kicks. So she's counting her right leg. There's actually 30 in total because we're counting just the right side. That's a quick tempo. So that's what we'll be done within 40 seconds.
Okay, so they are quite quick movements. You can get through them quite quickly. Again, just remember, it's only 3 minutes. That's all it is. Okay, that's a minute gone already. So we've only got 2 minutes left. 2 minutes of work. Doing brilliantly, guys. Just keep moving.
$14, $15.
Okay, back in.
That's 2 rounds. This kind of workout normally in the gym, we probably have 22 for the men, 22.5 kilo dumbbells. Maybe a 40 kilo barbell. Those doing the competitions.
14.
Last time Anna finished a round in 40 seconds last time. She's definitely a little bit fast this time. You might leave yourself some little bit of time at the end for some more thrusters, Anna.
Go. So, the heavier your object, the slower you're probably going to be. So do not worry if you are going a bit slower. Absolutely fine. This is your workout. We have, is that 45 seconds left?
Yep.
Oh, it's nearly done.
Catching up.
Come on then. 35 seconds. Back in, I think.
15. All yours. 20 seconds, team. Make sure you finish those reps off, team. Don't go slack in these last few seconds. So it's legs, then arms.
13, 14, 15. Ooh.
3, 2, 1, and rest.
Well
Good
done.
work. Virtual high fives for you guys.
Well done, guys.
I'm super sweaty.
That was a quick one.
Well done. You get high fives as well.
You should definitely feel your heart rate up after that.
So we're going to go to some legs. We'll finish up some leg work to finish up. So we'll either do the figure 4,
Yep.
half kneeling, or the half kneeling. Can you do a full kneeling one? I don't think you can do full ones, can you?
What do you mean?
On both knees. This way around. We weren't proud of that today. Where Steve got stuck there the last time. So we're going to slowly lower ourselves down onto our elbows. Once you feel like you can relax a little bit more, you can relax flat on your back. So this is the half kneeling stretch. The full one means that both feet are behind your body, so you're doing both feet back. Full kneeling stretch. One of our friends managed to trap himself on the floor once in this exercise. It's slowly coming up. And if that's too harsh, we can go to the figure 4, which is the other foot on top of the knee. Let's change legs. So again, half kneeling. Various forms. Definitely sweating today. Very slowly coming up. So a little bit of stuff to the shoulders today, haven't we? So we can make sure we can mobilise these. I think we'll come back to the one we had earlier in the week. I'm going to pop the back of the arm on the floor and support yourself to the other hand. So we can get lats, trapezius, rhomboids. The posterior deltoid all in one stretch. Switch sides, exactly the same thing on the other side. Again, I did earlier in the week, that half scorpion. So palm out again, rotating away from the hand. If you bring that foot back round again on its own, that'll get your abs and your quads all in the same stretch. Switch sides. One final stretch. Then very slowly coming back. Hands and knees. Back upright. You get another high five. Good work, team.
Well done, guys. You have done so well this week. It has been probably the most challenging week of the ones we've done so far. And we hope you've enjoyed it and that you've taken something from it.
So more action next week. Another 5 days of fun with us.
Absolutely, with a new skill.
Live from the Barn Theatre in Cirencester. Again, you can always catch it up later.
Yep.
So if you missed some of the sessions earlier on, we've been through the push-ups, we've been through the squats, and obviously now your handstands. If you missed some of those, you can go back on the YouTube channel or through the Barn or even the CrossFit Cirencester page, and you can see those videos again. And you can start in sequence.
And if there is anything that you actually would like us to go through, just send us a message and we can do that for you.
And as Captain Tom Moore managed to get his knighthood last week, you can even go back and do the Captain Tom Moore workout. That was 4 weeks ago now, I think?
Yeah, I think so.
So have fun with that one. That was a good one.
Well, brilliant work, guys. And we'll see you on Monday for a new skill.
Have a great weekend.